Cold game. First round draft pick.
Welcome to another episode of Cold Game. I'm your host, Isaiah Dotson. I'm here with my co-host, Malcolm Bigg.Malc. Cuz, what it do?
What it do, cuz?
Feeling good. How you feeling?
Feeling great, man. It's a little late, man, but you can't, you got to do what we had to do. We had a little couple technical difficulties tonight, but, we right back at it, man. Ain't nothing. We gonna let nothing stop us.
Right, ain't nothing, man. We don't need a geek squad. We are our own geek squad. We get technical difficulties sorted out, so we make sure we come in live to give y'all another episode of Cold Game. If you're watching this right now, man, we appreciate you tapping in with us. And if you was on today's sports, you know what the Pacers came and did. The Pacers came and did they thing. Cause I turn on the TV, I'm watching the game. I look on the court. I see, ain't no Halliburton, ain't no Pascal, ain't no Miles Turner. Who's playing? I see a bunch of ragtag. I'm seeing dudes I ain't never seen on a team every day of my life. You remember I said we was 10 deep, cuz?
Hey.
We 15 deep now. It got crazy out there.
Hey, come in here to everybody play.
Everybody play.
We ain't wasting no money.
And let me say this. We went there to Minnesota, and it brought back memories of the 2020 NBA draft. The Minnesota Timberwolves, they walked on the stage. They handed them their card with the first overall pick, Anthony Edwards. Don't forget who won at 8. That boy Obi Toppin went to the Knicks. Disrespected after his legendary historic run in the tournament. He falls down to 8. New York dismisses him after a few years. He falls right in our lap. Today was the revenge game. It was years in the making. It took years for him to get his revenge. But the stage was presented. Obi Toppin went in Minnesota and broke him down. 12 from 19 from the field, 7 for 10 from 3, 34 points. And on top of that, when the game was on the line, he cashed them out to the bank. I need a bank check. Cash you out. Everybody go home. In Minnesota, AE, you go home. He should have been number 1 pick. Straight up, cuz. What you think about that game?
Hey, man, that was a thriller. Shout out to Obi Toppin, game winner in overtime. Just hit it with a little later. I almost kind of like Tyrese Halliburton as how he did Giannis, but we had to come out west this time. We took the show to the West Coast, and we said, man, we ain't gonna put our stars out there, man. Halliburton, have a seat. Miles Turner, have a seat. Pascal Siakam, have a seat. We got y'all. Obi Toppin, 34 points. 7 for 10 from 3, Splack Al, automatic mathematic, 22 points. Oh man, great win for the Pacers. Jarris Walker, 13 points, and Thomas Bryant. Hey, let me tell you something, Minnesota. That pay sweet down there, man. We was getting whatever we wanted. I know y'all seen Thomas Bryant went ahead and yammed on y'all guy, say the guy y'all let, y'all brought him to town and let Cat go to New York. We'll get to Cat when we need to. We had to go ahead and handle Gobert tonight. Was he down there playing like
that paint was sweet as your play. It was it was about as sweet as you can get. It was so sweet we had to go to the dentist the next day. Appointment booked. It was sweet down there.
They ain't going to the trainer after the game. They're going to the dentist.
Go to the dentist. That's how sweet Gobert being sweet. Everybody know that in the league. Everybody know Gobert sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, cuz this is one of them games where this is like when you in the neighborhood and you know, big bro and them, they ain't around, but dudes is around the corner talking crazy, and you gotta put together the ragtag game. We had to get on, the homie, he ain't never hang with us. He don't never be around. But today, Quentin Jackson was around. The homie Quentin Jackson was around. You know, he ain't never around, but Tony Bradley was around. You know, the homies we don't never hang with, but they around today, and the beef is popping off. And what they do, they come through swinging and throwing them blows. Quentin Jackson, 4 for 6, 1 for 1 from 3, 13 points. Tony Bradley, 6 for 8, 12 and 9. Oh man, you might have made you some money tonight for real. Tony Bradley and Quentin Jackson. I looked on the court. I said, "Who's Quentin Jackson?" I didn't even know the dude. I'm like, "Did we resign? Did we resign? It was a player.
O'Shea.
Yeah, O'Shea Jackson. O'Shea. I'm like, man, I could have sworn he was off the team. I ain't never seen this dude, but they was balling out, and they was down 3 with 30 seconds to go. 26, 126, 129. And we came all the way back, man. Shout out to them Pacers, man. Keep doing y'all thing. Everybody want to hate. Listen, we can go out west and dominate. And they in the Timberwolves had their whole squad. They had A on the floor, Nasri, Gobert. It don't matter. When them Pacers come through, get ready to do the race. Great job. All right. Any final thoughts about them Pacers, cuz?
Good win, man. Good win. Get healthy, man. Everybody get right, man. Let's get ready to make this playoff push. I got y'all coming at the East.
And we go quick shout out. Just a quick shout out to them Lakers, man. 125 to 109 over the Spurs, man. They just keep on winning. They keep on winning. Austin Reeves was breaking them down, looking to have the best game, but he did his thing. The Suns finally got on the board 129 and 188 over the Raptors. They did what they supposed to do. And the Nuggets end up beating the Warriors 114 to 105. If they snapped the win streak of the Warriors. So great win by the Nuggets. That's very impressive because the Warriors was hot as a firecracker. All right. So, because it's that time of year where legends are made. This is that time of year where legends are born. It's that time of year where people's names will ring in the history books forever, depending on how they do. This is the season of March Madness. It's upon us. We wait all year just for this very moment. The NCAA tournament is right around the corner. The conference tournaments have concluded. And every year, a star is born. Today, what I want to do, cuz, is something a little different. I want to look back in preparation of what's upon us. I want to look back and look at some of these past stars that have come through the NCAA tournament. Stars that were born. And we have to start with one of the biggest stars of them all. Kemba Walker from UConn. Had one of the most legendary historic runs we have ever seen. It started in the Big East tournament. They came in as a number 9 seed. They needed every game to even be in consideration of making the tournament. They wasn't even on the bubble. They were out of the tournament. He led them on 5 straight games, 5 to win the Big East tournament. During that tournament run in the quarterfinals, they played Pittsburgh in the Garden. What he did to McGee, broke his ankles in the Garden for the game winner. Shout out McGee because he's from Indiana as well. But broke him down in the Garden, buckled his knees, and cast him out for the game. Ha! It started something special. They went on to win the whole thing. What they do after that, he took that fire flamethrower he had that was cooking at the time. He took it to the NCAA tournament. They qualified because they won the whole thing. Mind you, they was not supposed to be in here. He took them to the tournament. What he do in that tournament, cuz? 6 straight dubs. It started off first game against Bucknell. He dropped them off for 18 and 12. Next game against Cincinnati, he dropped them off for 33. He's on fire at this point, cuz. What's that? That's 7 straight if you're going back to the Big East tournament. He went to the Elite 8. Dominated Arizona, 20 points, 7 assists. And in the Final Four, got Kentucky up out of there. 18 points, 6 rebounds. And in the championship game against Butler, In the defensive battle, 16 points, man. What made this run so special was the leadership that he showed. It was legendary. His clutch play and the longevity, 11 straight games, 11 straight elimination games. Because if he loses one of those games, they're through. They're done. 11 straight games. Shout out to Kemba Walker, cuz a great NCAA tournament run. A star was born during that tournament one. What do you think about that, cuz?
Facts. I mean, I think if you mentioned guards, I mean, Kemba Walker is probably one of the best to do it in college basketball. Had a legendary run. I mean, I really remember Kemba Walker more from college than I do from his NBA. He had some good, moments in the NBA and had some good time, but I think his star power was born in that March Madness tournament. What you say? Because the best performance, I like Jalen Brunson though. But what do you think? You think Jalen Brunson stacks up with Kemba Walker with his
legendary?
Legendary. I mean, he won in 2016, 2018. Two-time champion, most outstanding player, 2018. Yeah, he had a crazy run too. I mean, I don't know. I think Jalen Brunson's up there. Who else you say is up there, cuz?
Oh, he's definitely up there. Kyle Guy, you can't forget about him. Naptown native, straight from Lawrence Central. Crazy run. Had a legendary game against Purdue, 29 points. Man, him and Carson Edwards were going back and forth. Classic legendary game is no doubt about it. One of the most classic games in NCAA tournament history. He went on. They beat Auburn in the Final Four. He hit a corner three. He was fouled, shoot a corner three, hit all three of his free throws, cast them out. And then in the championship game, 8 for 15, he hit 4 threes. He helped them secure that championship, their first ever. And think about it, this came after Virginia was disappointed the year before. They was disappointed in 2018. He came back the following year, 2019, and put in work on his way to most outstanding player in the tournament. Naptown native, LC alum. Historic special run.
Historic. Kyle Guy was nasty. I seen Kyle Guy play in high school. Kyle Guy was smooth. Usually, he's really like that. He's really like that.
Who else you think? Who else you think had an historic run? Who was a star? Cuz
NCAA. Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis. That 2012 run. National Player of the Year. Anthony Davis was a clown, and he averaged he averaged a double-double, 13 points, 12 assists, 4 blocks. Special defensive presence. I mean, he had 6 blocks in the championship game that year, in 2012. So, and I think he set a record that year. So, let me see, pull up the stats he had in his Elite 8 performance against Baylor, 18 points, 11 rebounds, 6 blocks. Final Four against Louisville, 18 points, 14 rebounds, 5 blocks. In the championship game against Kansas, he only had 6 points, but he had 16 rebounds, 5 assists, and 6 blocks. Nasty as a freshman. So you gotta put Anthony Davis in the conversation about best tournament round performances.
Absolutely. With another run that really stood out to me. Now, this run, we talk about stars were born. This run, a superstar, a mega star, a nebula exploded onto the scene. Caitlin Clark, her 2003 run, crazy. Elite 8. In Elite 8 versus Louisville, she had 41, 12, and 10, a 40-point triple-double. The first ever in NCAA tournament history. She went crazy. Final Four against South Carolina. South Carolina. Number one, South Carolina. Everybody thought she was supposed to go down. Was she going in? They was undefeated, cuz. South Carolina was undefeated, the undefeated champions. What she went in there and did? 41 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. Went crazy. And she broke a 42-game winning streak. Legendary. And then the championship game, 2 stars were born. Another star was born. the megastar had already exploded. We already knew what we had with Caitlin Clark. She clowned that game, 30.8 assists. But you cannot forget about Angel Reese. Not only did she was a double machine, she dominated. It was her swagger. It was her let her know you can't see me. You know what it is. I don't care what nobody think. Y'all can root for her, but I am her too. And she really showed her ASS and did her thing. Shout out to Angel Reese. She was balling. So man, there was some things that stuck out to me because any more stars you think was born on that day?
Oh man, there's a bunch of stars born in that tournament. That's what I love about March Madness. You know, it says a lot of stars get born. You know, people, they making money in college right now, but this is where you can really make your money, man. So go out there and do your thing. I mean, a couple more players out. Just like to shout out Carmelo Anthony, major run and his run in the NCAA tournament 2003. He averaged 20 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists in the tournament. But, our Carmelo was out there getting buckets, man. That's what Carmelo was always built for. He built for a bucket. Hopefully, he can get his son Cayenne the same way because he's a bucket too. I don't know if have you seen Cayenne hoop, cuz?
Oh, yeah, he's an animal.
He's an animal. Yeah, shout out to Cayenne Anthony. But, yeah, Carmelo did his thing. He played Oklahoma in the Elite Eight, had 20 points, 10 rebounds. Final four that year against Texas, 33 points, 14 rebounds. One of the best Final Four performances ever. Go back and watch the film on that. And then championship game against Kansas, 20 points, 10 rebounds. Led Syracuse to their first national title. And he hit some clutch shots down that stretch. So, shout out to Carmelo. But, yeah.
For sure, Carmelo solidified itself as one of the greatest freshmen to ever do it. That run at Syracuse was historic. To everybody watching this, if you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Go on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube, Coldgame Podcast. Make sure you go to our Facebook page, Coldgame Sports. Hit that like button so we can go live off of that page. Subscribe to our TikTok pages, Coldgame Sports Network. Also, make sure you subscribe to Malc's page, Bigg.Malc. That's with 2 G's and a dot, Bigg.Malc. And then also Big with 2 G's, Bigg.Dog 317. Make sure you tap in with us. And on the same app that he got under his name on Instagram as well. Man, we got some great content coming for y'all. Man, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. We appreciate the support. It's only going up. We promise you more cold content on the way. With that being said, Cold Game.
Cold Game.
Cold game. First round draft pick.